I'm in the presence of an absolute track weapon. So we've got Oskar here. He is one of the drivers for Ring Taxi. He was supposed to be taking me out today in the Porsche, is that right? Yeah. But obviously the weather said otherwise. It's just been on, off, lots of fog. And hopefully we will get some Ring Taxi action tomorrow. So yeah, Oskar, how long have you been driving these for?
So I've been with Ring Taxi for quite a long time actually.
Yeah.
I've been for 5 years together with Ring Taxi. Main car for me is the Porsche.
The Porsche, yeah.
So earlier I've been driving the 991 GT3 RS.
Yeah.
Today or last year we had the possibility to buy an early version, say that way, of the 992 GT3.
Yeah.
And since then we have been testing and driving and together with Mantai and this thing, and it's an amazing car. Really.
Yeah,
I just
honestly,
love it.
Porsche is up there on my list. Like, they're an incredible car. I absolutely love them. Being a BMW, it seems to be the next step. People that have BMW M cars and whatnot, they seem to step up next to Porsche, and definitely that's what I do. That was one question that we were all wondering. Do Ring Taxi own these cars then? Do you buy them, or is it like a lease deal that you've got? Or
so Ring Taxi, the company Ring Taxi, own their own cars,
right?
100%. So I'm not sure about the rest of the companies we have here, because we are not the only one who offering this type of entertainment, say that way. But we also don't have any, say, factory support or anything. It's not like that Porsche say, okay, take this car, drive it, and we get it back later.
That's what we were wondering, if you had sort of a deal, because obviously it's exposure for the brand, I guess. It's,
of course it is.
Porsche,
of course,
BMW, you know, especially an M5 CS. It's not even like just an M5, it's a CS. So, you know, it's the best of the best. It's the pinnacle of the 5 Series. So
exactly.
Yeah, so it's good to know that you do own your car and kind of do it all yourself without that backing of the major brands.
We also like to be independent.
Yeah,
we don't want to be, say, we could maybe have got a deal with, say, a different, for the tires, for example, different brands of tires, say Michelin, Pirelli, and these things. Yeah. But we actually choose not to do it because we drivers, we prefer different, for example, different type of tires, different brands of tires. Yeah. And in the drive, you maybe want to drive, say, Michelin Cup 2s or Michelin 4S, Pirelli P0, Pirelli Corsa, and so on and so on.
Yeah, so.
And if you are then attached to, say, a brand where, say like Pirelli, for example, you are not possible to test or try anything others. And you just have to live with a product what you maybe not 100% satisfied with. So that means in the end, we like to be independent from car brands, brakes, tires and everything, and it works very well, to be honest.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, you're driving these cars at ridiculous speeds. If you're not comfortable with the tires, you know, the things that, you know, are keeping you on the road, it's obviously not going to be the best. So yeah, how many laps do you do on a typical day, like round the ring?
Of course, I cannot say 100% the amount what we are doing,
on average,
of course.
would you say?
But say a day like today, not many. But in an average normal weekend, say midsummer, where it's maybe someone have holidays and things like this, we are running between 25 and 40 laps a day. 25
to 40 laps a day.
So
that's got to be tiring.
In the weekends then, because of course in the weekday the track is only open in the afternoon.
Right,
and that's also a big difference, of course. So like today, we have an event this evening. The name is like a motorbike event.
Right.
The name is Anlasser, so it's like the first day of the motorbikes. That's why it's running around so many motorbikes.
Oh, so that's why we've noticed, didn't we? We actually said, you know, we've seen so many motorbikes around here, and we're like, what? I didn't expect there to be so many motorbikes, but yeah, I suppose
so this is the event. So it's the event this afternoon, and that's why today is only to 15:30 open. Normally it's to 5 o'clock.
Right.
And in the evenings or afternoons, in say Monday to Friday normally, it's just from 17 o'clock to say 19:30. Right. So that means that in a normal weekend day, say Saturday full day, we can run up to say 40 laps. On a very good day, and if you have some rain, you have maybe some accidents on track. Some people are maybe not so lucky, and these things. We will then have the problems that the track is not open and we cannot do our laps. Right. And of course the amount will be less.
All right, so one last question before we actually take a look, because that's obviously what you guys want to see, is a bit of a deeper look into the GT3 itself. You've been with Ring Taxi 5 years.
Yes.
What's your previous experience? Were you a race driver? What is it that you did before?
Okay, so now it will come a lot of info. I've been doing racing for active racing. I still do for 22 years. I'm not from Germany. I'm from Norway.
Norway, right?
Like the north, say that way. Did that for a very long time. Won every championship you could do, and then I said, you know what? 10 years ago, I said I want to do Nordschleife.
Yeah.
Packed my bags, went here. Got in contact with some teams and this thing, and started to test and drive and these things. And last year I won the NLS Championship here. Wow. So the Nurburgring Langstreckenserie.
No way.
So
basically, I'm in the presence of an absolute track weapon. This man here is literally like track royalty. I think he's playing it down a little bit for the camera. I don't think he wants to get a massive head, but by the sounds of it, this guy is the man. Are you not going to be driving me tomorrow?
I don't think so. We are still discussing a little. Maybe I stay over just for you.
I would like you to come 5 o'clock tomorrow to take me around in this GT3, because I definitely would say I'll be in safe hands with this man and I will get an absolute amazing experience. So, yeah, you've been...
Maybe you get a surprise tomorrow then, maybe.
You've been living my dream life by the sounds of it. That is incredible. Did you start from a very young age?
Yes, I started with 10. With karting and these things, and then going the national championships up, touring car and this thing, and in the end, Scandinavian championship, Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, and then was like, what should I do now? I'm winning everything, and should you just live the normal boring life, or should you try something else? And left my whole family and everything, and just go 100% Nordschleife. And now I'm here. I have over 18,000 laps here. Yeah, it's like really a lot.
That is a lot.
If you calculate that with like 21 kilometers, you get a lot of kilometers. Yeah. And I'm doing this for a living, and to be honest, I don't have talent for anything else.
Brilliant.
This is what I can.
Absolutely fantastic. I love that. I absolutely love it. Right, let's get into the car. Let's have a look. So, if you want to tell us a bit about it, I'm guessing you've got all the specs, you know everything.
Yeah, of course.
I think you're the best man for the job.
So of course this is a 992 GT3, the newest version that you can buy at the moment. Of course you get the GT3 RS version for like in Germany around about 400,000-500,000 at the moment. It's stupid expensive. We have on this car, we have for example the steel brakes, because it's better for the racetrack. If you need to change brake pads every 20 lap, or you need to change brake discs every say 50 lap or 100 lap, you can calculate that up. That is extremely amount that you have to use. And steel brakes today are so good. It doesn't matter really. In the end, it doesn't really matter, because if you have good brakes, you will have the same brake performance in the end on the racetrack. And it's all about the way you're driving, of course. I mean, we will not be driving 110%. I mean, the Porsche by itself, as you can see, it is almost a race car. Yeah, in the end.
Absolutely.
I mean, the wide tires, the good brakes, the wing, aerodynamic, all these things. Everything is tested, of course, here at the ring for so many hours, and Manta is just laying 10 minutes away from here. That means this car is theoretically built for the Nordschleife in a race way, say it that way. They have been pushing, and then now they say, okay, what can we do? We put plates on it and they get tooth, and then
okay, out on the road.
Now they have a street car. And it's like, okay, it's more like they make a race car and then bring it to the street. instead of like building a street car and make it good for the track, it's like the opposite. So let's have a look in the inside, because that's something you don't see every day.
Wow. Oh, wow. These seats are, they're comfy when you're in them. They're very nice.
So, welcome to my office.
Brilliant, yeah.
So this is how it looks like from the inside. As you can see, everything is more modern.
Yeah.
You see, everything is with normal screens, and we have all the temperatures, we have fuel, we have how much oil pressure and this thing. What's quite important when you're driving on the racetrack, because as fast as you see something is not correct, you cannot drive 2-3 kilometers putting oil on the track and all this stuff. That's just, you should prevent not to do that. For us, it's quite important to take this, what can happen. Always like worst case thinking, and saying, okay, if something happens in front of you, how long distance you have to brake, how long what you come up to a slower car, which direction do you see you? Of course, here in tourist drives, it's only allowed to pass on the left side. It helps us a little, say it that way. And the next thing is somehow, okay, but does he really see you?
Yeah.
You come in 250 kilometers an hour, and maybe a car is on his first lap, he's enjoying the day, it's very nice, and he's driving maybe 80. And you're coming up, and you need to see him so early, and you need to react, and you need to be 100% sure to pass him.
Yeah.
Because he can just, this is nice, and you turn in, and you're coming there in 200 kilometers an hour.
If you think he's seen you, and you go to make the pass, and he's not seen you, and he cuts in, that's disaster all round, and that's the last thing anybody wants on a racetrack, I guess. So.
Exactly. That is. It's a quite. Say it that way. To drive the racetrack is not the most difficult part anymore, because we have so many laps and so much experience. The biggest issue is the tourists.
Yeah,
for us.
Absolutely.
And not that we want to drive on the same racetrack, because in the end we wanna be on the same racetrack. That's not I love to be around with the tourists. Yeah. It's just this. Like we talked about, that we don't know what they see.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has seen me. We are not really allowed to say flash with the lights like the GT3s do and all this stuff. We have to be a little.
Could be intimidating, and it's
exactly. I mean, we are still driving together. Yeah. They having the same fun as we have. Yeah, so we have to respect them, and they have to respect us.
Absolutely.
And I think in the end, if all of us go with the same thought, we will all happy, come back and be happy together on the racetrack, and that's what we want in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think I've took up quite a lot of your time. I would like to listen to it. Can we start her up?
Of course.
Love it. Wow. Wow. That sounds well. I'm going to step out so we can have a listen. Oh, climb out of that. I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to have a chat with me and show me around the Porsche. I really do appreciate it, and I would really appreciate it if I could see you here again at 5 o'clock tomorrow. If not, don't worry, but I would like that. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. Cheers, Oscar. Thank you.
Very good.
Just what we were talking about yesterday. Exactly. So this was the famous tea garden here on the left side. Yeah, you can see all the incredible. That was absolutely nuts. Wow. You are one sick driver. Wow. That was probably the best experience of my life. That was crazy.